Today we'll be learning to macrame a wristlet lanyard. The supplies we will need for this project are two 7-foot 4mm cords, one 35-inch 4mm cord, a lobster clip, measuring tape, scissors, and a clipboard or some tape. What I'm doing now is measuring out the length that I would like the inside cord to be. So I'm measuring it around my wrist. It's approximately going to be about 24 inches for my project. Your wrist may be smaller, so you can alter this as you wish. But here I am just going to measure out 24 inches. Then I'm going to fold it at that 24-inch mark so that one of my cords will be 24 inches and then the outside cord will be approximately 5 feet. I'm going to fold this over the lobster clip, attaching it with a lark's head knot, but I want to make sure that that short cord, the 24-inch cord, is in the center and that the cord on the outside is the longest cord, which is approximately 5 feet. I'm now going to attach it to the lobster clip using the lark's head knot. To do the lark's head knot, you're going to take that folded half and put it through the lobster clip. Then you're going to take the two cords and stick it through the loop. And you're going to pull it tight to secure, and that is the lark's head knot. I am now going to grab my other 7-foot cord and repeat this step, again having the shortest cord in the center and the longest cord on the outside. You can measure this again using your measuring tape, or like I do here, I'm going to measure it using the center cord that I have attached to my lobster clip. I personally find this way easier, so that's why I do it. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my lobster clip using a lark's head knot. Here we have 4 cords hanging down from our lobster clip. The 2 cords on the outside are the ones we are going to be knotting with. The 2 cords on the inside are the ones we're going to be knotting around. Those are our shorter cords. The 2 outside cords, we are referring those as the working cords. And the 2 center ones are called the filler cord. As we perform our square knot, we use the working cords to wrap the square knot around the filler cord in the center. But before we begin knotting, we want to make sure that we secure our project in place. In order to do so, we're going to use a clipboard, and I'm simply going to clip the lobster clip underneath the clipboard as I begin working. Now, if you do not have a clipboard, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to use some tape to secure your project to a table. So go ahead and just grab your masking tape or any tape of your choice and tape the top of the lobster clip, and I like to use an X pattern and just use 2 pieces of tape to make sure that it's extra secure while I'm working. Now that we have our project nice and secure, we can go ahead and start knotting. We're going to perform 1/2 of a square knot, starting with the far left cord, going over the top of the 2 filler cords, creating what looks like a number 4. And take the far right cord, it's going to go over the top of the tail of that 4, like so, and it's going to go underneath those 2 center cords and underneath through the loop. Then you're going to pull that tight, and this is just going to secure all of our cords in place on the top. So after we have this half of a square knot, we're going to leave a little space before we start our next square knots. And how I like to measure this is using a little piece of tape and placing that piece of tape on top of those two center cords. So here I place the piece of tape down, and just make sure that you're only taping the two center cords and you're leaving those two outer working cords out so that you can continue to knot around that filler cord. This is going to give you a little guide of where you're going to start your series of square knots. Let's begin doing the first square knot. We're going to start with the far left cord, like we did previously, and create what looks like a number 4. That far left cord is going to go over the top of the two center cords. The right cord is going to go over the top of that tail on the right and under and through the loop. Then you're going to secure that till it's at that bottom of that piece of tape. Then we're going to start on the right hand side. We're going to pull that right hand cord over the top of those two center cords to create what looks like the letter P. The far left cord is going to go over the top of the tail of that P. It's going to go underneath the two center cords and under and through the loop. Then you're going to pull it secure and tight, and then you have your very first square knot. It's important to understand that a square knot has two parts. So there's two sections to complete one square knot. You have the first section, which we started on the left and created the 4, and then the second section where we started on the right and created the P. Now you're going to create another square knot directly after the square knot you just did. Continue adding square knots until you reach the desired length of your wristlet. As you continue to knot, your chain should be approximately 11 to 12 inches long. Now this varies on size depending on your size of your wrist, but I typically like to have mine approximately 11 to 12 inches. As you reach the end, you should have a couple inches of cord left out at the end. It's important that you leave this ends out and you have enough length so that you can secure it to the top of the lobster clip. Right now I'm just measuring the size of the wristlet to make sure that it fits my wrist. As you can see, I left some cords out at the end. I'm now going to remove my project from my table or my clipboard. Now I'm going to take my wristlet and fold it in half. I'm going to make sure that the two square knots at the top match at the same length, like so. Then I'm going to take those ends, those extra cords that we left out, and tuck it through the lobster clip. I'm going to pull all of the 4 cords through. And then just adjust it so those 2 square knots are sandwiched together at the top. Then you're going to fold it over and you're going to gather all of those ropes together. Next, we're going to grab our 35-inch cord. The 35-inch cord is going to be used for the wrap knot. Now we are going to do the wrap knot, also known as the gathering knot. You're going to fold that 35-inch cord so that you have one short piece and one long piece. You're going to have a loop that you're going to place towards you or downwards. You're going to have a little shorter piece at the top and a longer piece. You're going to take that longer piece of cord and you're going to wrap all of the cords and gather them together. As you continue to wrap, make sure that you're wrapping nice and tight and you're holding all of those cords together. This can be tricky. You will continue wrapping until you reach the top of the square knots. Then you're going to take the loop and you're going to place the piece of cord that you were wrapping with and tuck it through the loop. I like to hold the longer cord and then grab the shorter cord on the top and pull. Then I take the longer cord out and then I pull both of them at the same time, the top and the bottom. This just secures the knot so it's extra tight. Then I cut off that excess piece of cord at the bottom and I give the top one a little tug. Be careful here because if you pull too hard, you will undo the knot. You just want to give it a little tug so you don't see that little end. Then you're going to cut off the top and you're going to hide the little ends by tucking it in with your end of your scissors. Then you're going to cut off all the other excess rope and use the same technique with your scissors to just tuck it under the wrap. This will hide all those little fringed ends so that you can't see them. It's a beautiful finishing detail that will make your wristlet just perfect. You now have a completed wristlet. If you like this project and want to learn to macrame, you can visit my website for craft kits with detailed instructions and other videos, tutorials on how to macrame. You can also like and subscribe.